Hi, my name's Matt, and I'm here to try to sell you on comics. I swear no one's paying me. You can find me at MagicalMatt42, and yeah. So, as long as I can remember, I've loved comics. I have a room full of them. And I don't know what it was, ever since elementary school, my teachers asked me, what do you want to read? I said comics. And it's been a lifelong obsession ever since. I love the layout. I love the fact that the panels can be bigger or smaller and that the reader can take it at their own pace and that all the action happens in something called the gutters, no matter how dirty your mind is. And it doesn't matter whether you're learning airport security or how to handle your new dinosaur from IKEA. When there's concise and important information to convey, you use a comic. And comics are great for new readers. The pictures give context to the words and allows people to, learn how to read, which is great. But comics are not limited to this. That's a stigma from America's history because one man lied to you. This man, Frederick Wortham, who during the McCarthy years tied juvenile delinquency to comics, which stunted it as a young growing art form. And because of that, superheroes have become the predominant focus of comics and have led to such things. But there's so much more to comics than the superheroes, and I kind of want to touch on that tonight to show you that there's more than the capes and tights. But where would you buy a comic nowadays, you might ask? I suggest going to Time Warp. Meet my pusher, Wayne Winsett, who's made Time Warp a staple of Boulder for as long as I've been alive. This is definitely a shop to check out, and if you haven't been there, go. And also, there's Boulder Based Graphically, which turns any device that gets on the internet into a comic book reader. So you can go check out any numerous things right from the comfort of your home. So let's check out some examples. There's the classic mouse, which some people know. Cats are Nazis, mice are Jewish, and it's all framed under the Art Spiegelman character, which is a good sense for autobio comics, which is a great chunk of comics in which we get to see how the artists not only view the world through how they write it, but how they draw it, and they draw themselves. And there's a number of biographical comics as well. You could look at The Hypo by Noah Van Sciver, a local down here in Denver, who looked at Lincoln's early life and showed us what made him the man he would become later, and shows us why he became such a great president, and it wasn't as natural as you might think. There's a number of great webcomics, Subculture about nerd culture here, or Castle What's Its Name by Kara Woodmansee, who's in the audience tonight. Go check those out, they're free. Then some of you might need a creator you're more familiar with. Brian K. Vaughan, one of the head writers on Lost, has done a number of works, from The Pride of Baghdad, which follows animals as they escape from the zoo. Saga, which has taken the comic world by storm and is a sci-fi epic that you should all check out. Or the now classic Y the Last Man, which follows the last man on Earth as he searches for his lost love and isn't doing what most would expect from the last man on Earth. Then The Walking Dead, some of you might be familiar. Check out the original form, where you get to see the long-term ramifications of a zombie apocalypse and see where it's different from the TV show or the game. It's an engaging, gory, black and white read. And then Bone, anybody who's a fan of Pixar should check this out. It's just as whimsical, it's great to read with your kids, though not by the campfire, and just showcases so much of what comics can do. And Planetary, if you haven't read this, it's the one thing that takes all the tropes from comics, turns it on its head, and makes a lot of comics stronger for existing just because this works out. It's a powerhouse. And Understanding Comics, a number of college classrooms use this for a number of things. If you're looking to try to just figure out what the heck comics are about, this is a great way to get into it. It's not a story, but a way to look at a textbook to understand the art. And so now that I've given you plenty to chew on, my last recommendation, I hope that's good, but if any of you need a personal into comics, check me out at MagicalMatt42 on Twitter. Thanks, and good night.